And now for something completely different.
Completely different.
Who's this?
Whoa.
Oh, the shadows are great. Renfield.
Which I tried to watch a couple days ago and couldn't stand it, so I turned it off. But anyway, I could be just a grumpy old guy. You're watching her in live. This is, of course, Shelley Showtime. She has returned. We're all very excited for this.
Oh, I'm sure. People are yelling out their windows, Shelly's back!
They are. That's what they do around here.
She
They're
might
like,
have even combed her hair.
Where's Shelley? Where's Shelley? Well, here she is, right
you
here.
Know, the fancy hair. Oh, got my rogue hair going for sure.
So today's July 21st, 2024. Yesterday was July 20th, 2024. And it was indeed your birthday.
I had 2 birthdays, kind of. My normal birthday, and then they say when you have your cancer surgery and you're cancer free, it's also another birthday, which mine just happened to fall on my normal birthday. I know. Just remember that? And I wore a tiara.
I'm representing.
Oh, no. I need a moment. Now you got me all like, oh, remember I wore a tiara and a birthday sash, and everybody that we walked by was like, "It's your birthday," and I go, "No, I'm just wearing this for fun."
Okay. So about your birthday.
Yeah.
About your birthday. We're right back in form like we've always been.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, so about your birthday. So normally it's very difficult for me to buy you anything for your birthday because
I've learned that.
I'm easy. You get me a toy or a comic book.
But you can't just buy a comic book.
That's true.
I can't just go somewhere and go, you got an expensive comic book? Because I don't know which ones you want. But you do have a resource.
Our son does know things, and you could ask him.
However, I would buy something that wasn't graded correctly, and then I'd have to get Josh involved, which he's got his hands full literally right now. So it's like,
okay, so now you're making it seem like I'm difficult to buy for.
Your problem.
But here we go.
Okay.
So I talked to Shelley. I go, oh yeah, it's your birthday tomorrow coming up and all that kind of stuff.
And that was the first time he'd said anything about it. I thought they're all going to forget. They're all going to forget. Our daughter's in Oklahoma, all busy. Everybody's going to forget.
Not forget. I just brought it up the day before because I wanted to find out what you wanted for dinner.
I was getting my Botox for headaches.
That's right. We were talking about it. So, well, because that guy usually takes a long time.
That's true.
So I figured, we had some time to.
Yeah.
Okay. But so about your present. Tell me what you did. And so tell them, I know what you did. Tell them what you did. And then with your present.
I was prepared ahead of time thinking, because you guys know, I'm such a great sleeper. So it was middle of the night and I was thinking about it. And I probably had a few thoughts of, they're not going to remember. He's getting ready for San Diego. Anyway, maybe just a touch. And so I thought, well, this will be funny. So I ordered something and just happened to be the delivery date was Friday, the 19th. So I just happened to mention to him that, don't worry, I got this. I ordered my birthday present that you can give me and I'll just give you the receipt.
Well, and
I'm wearing them. Well, okay. So here's the deal, gentlemen and ladies as well. When you go to the jewelry websites, I'm giving away all my secrets. You go to the previously owned jewelry because that's the stuff people have traded in to trade up to get bigger diamonds or whatever. And they're like marked down like incredibly. So I don't know if I can even these little hoopy diamond earrings. Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah.
So basically, I got
$1,230, I think was the normal price, and I paid a lot less than that. They were like 70% off.
You mean I'm about to pay a lot less because then I get the
I paid it, and then we're going to pretend that
that I bought it for her, and then I'm going to give her the money for it, and so there you go.
Trick. So so that's what I used to buy myself something for Christmas and wrap it into Shelly from Shelly, and you guys all used to go, "What is this?" But yeah, so I just said, but then I felt bad. I felt bad for a minute. So you know what I did? I found some cheaper ones. And I ordered those too.
So
you have a choice.
Oh, I see. So you're going to send one of them back. It's not like I felt guilty, so I bought another pair, so it's
Maybe.
twice as much.
Well, you can pay for one of them.
That sounds fair.
I don't know. I thought about it, and then I sent pictures to our daughter, and she voted these. But the other ones are just plain gold hoops because I had gold hoops, and Husker chewed them up. And they were like real gold. So, I mean, that's what Sammy's like, Mom, you could get those hoops at Target for like $20. And I go, yeah, I could, but
these are real gold.
I only wear the real stuff. So anyway, that's the birthday. But we did get, I got you a card. You did with $5.
I put $5 in the card as a gift, you know. And an IOU for the rest of the whatever the diamond earrings are. Yeah.
But they were 70% off. I mean, seriously, if you want to impress somebody and get them diamonds, gentlemen, you go to the previously owned. And then actually I got these at the K Outlet website and previously owned and 70% off. So they practically said, you know, here you go. We'll pay you to take these.
But we
don't want to lose money on this deal.
That's right. So I did get her
got some gummy bears, which I left.
Yeah, I got her gummy bears and $5 in a card.
$5.
And then Cheesecake Factory for dinner.
Yep.
And big 7-layer
snack in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And dessert tonight.
Yep. So there you go.
Yeah, we each got that huge 7-layer chocolate truffle cake.
Oh yeah. Good.
Yep.
Oh, let's see who's here.
Yeah, let's see.
Creative Face says first,
Yay,
even though I might be late to the actual show, I might have to catch the replay, but I hope you have a great show. The reason I'm having trouble reading is I'm having an ocular migraine right now.
You want me to read them?
Had one of those.
Okay, explain to
letters are dropping
how you
out.
were explaining to me what it's like.
It's like you see diamonds flowing around your eyes. Like you don't have a headache, but it's like impairs your vision. It's really weird.
I'm sorry.
Mark Pengren is here and he says Asteroid City was a good film. I like how it was all done as a stage play.
It was clever.
You will find out what I think about it shortly.
Yes.
Pastmaster Dan is here. Let's see. Leg Kick is here because Leg Kick is almost
I
always here.
want to tell you, his daughter, yes, his birthday is the same. There were so many people yesterday that were like, Dan. Yeah, oh my gosh, my daughter's birthday. And it was, I think, is the same as your dad, her uncle, something. Sorry. And a ton of people like, oh my gosh, it's my birthday too. They could have been lying, but you know, what do I know?
Unhinged Pantheon. I says, I've been sitting here waiting for 24 hours for the show to start. Now I still have 2 hours to go. But you don't, because it's
start early.
It's going right now. So you're not going to wait anymore. Barbara Paulson is here. Thanks for joining us, Barbara. Dale A. Asteroid City is probably my least favorite Wes Anderson film. It has so many layers of abstraction that it removed itself from me as a viewer and I didn't care anymore. That's not an inaccurate review.
A good point.
Angela Curry is joining us. Citizen Ronan. Marcus Killigrew, purveyor of all things pop culture knowledge. Toshiro is joining us. Let's see who else. Stippling Vaughn. Buy a t-shirt. It's what Shelly would want you to do. Stealth X5 is joining us. Daniel Russell. Shelly, welcome back.
Oh,
thank God. I'm sick of Aaron.
Just Aaron. Not sick of you, but sick of just you by yourself.
Is that what he's
saying?
I don't know. That's what he's saying.
That's what he's
sick of
just Aaron.
Let's get one of those anyway.
Okay, he's been looking for
a reason. Sean Allen is here. Daniel Russell, of course, is here. Dale A. says also hello, Shelly. A Stealth X5.
Ronan gave me a happy birthday.
That's very nice.
Thank you for the $2.
Stealth. My vision is slowly returning here. Stealth X5 for $2. Hello, he says.
Yo.
No, because if you read the chat, that's all we'll do for the entire show.
Hold me back. Hold me back, people. But no, so thank you for the birthday wishes. Oh my gosh, there was so many too on Twitter and then Facebook.
Yeah, they're very nice.
Mr.
People reaching out to. There's Eric Boyd is here. Geek Avenger for $10. Thank you for birthday snacks. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Geekster.
Appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Shelly, we all know you are a genius. Beautiful. You have great sense of humor. I want a world. Did Aaron win you over? Okay.
How in the world?
How? Doesn't that say I wanna? I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
But remember, I hate.
I want to know how in the world did Aaron win you over?
He drew a picture of me.
It was
on our first date. Yeah, it wasn't money.
It wasn't money
because he forgot to go to the ATM on our first date, and I ended up paying. He paid me back.
I did.
He did.
We went right to the ATM after dinner, and I paid you back.
And then because neither of us were both
I slipped off the table there.
Both like, I don't know if my credit card can.
Oh,
yeah, we were so poor. And then, he took me to a restaurant where you draw on the tables.
That wasn't the first date, though.
Yeah, it was.
Did we go?
We went to the Chinese food first, and then we went over there for dessert, and you drew on the
that's
table.
what it was. Okay, you're right.
And I'm always right. Goodness sakes. Anyway, so then he drew this picture, and I was like, I'm done. Like, I wish I looked that good.
Oh, you did.
Do you know where it is? I think it's on top of the armoire in the bedroom where the TV is.
Yeah.
Do you want to go see? And then you can go grab the gummy bears.
No.
Good.
No.
Do it.
Where is it?
I think it's on top of the armoire in the bedroom where the TV is. And then the gummy bears are in the chick cave. You can hear him going, Aaron.
Oh, gosh. All right. You're in charge. This is all just.
I'm in charge.
An elaborate.
I'm always in charge.
So you can handle
the
chat.
Oh, look at the background, guys. So we got the proof for the I'll tell you too. Well, let's pretend like I didn't tell you, but the proof for the poster, the colors are so nice, and he was super excited. So we do have the proof that I think he's approved it so that those can get printed. But yeah, so we met at church, and I didn't talk to him for 2 months because I was thinking he's not going to take me home to mama. And then, yeah. And I finally talked to him because my friend was like, I'm not going to talk to you again unless you talk to him. And then that was a Sunday. We went out on a Wednesday, and there we go. 1991. Except for the colors, that's a true representation of how big my hair was. Because bigger your hair is, the smaller your butt looks. So I was really going for the illusion. Yeah.
Anyway, so there you go. That was our first date.
That was our first date. So thank you. Hey, Squeakers. How are you, girl? And Eric Boyd. Wait, didn't know Botox was. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
I've been doing it for, I think, 17 years.
Joe Biden's doing it for other reasons, but
they use it for excessive sweating. You can get Botox in your pits. Did you know that? In your feet, in your hands. Like if you get like totally sweaty hands, and it's it's embarrassing when you go to shake people's hands, you can get Botox in your hands, and look at where I'm an earthquake, and it stops your over sweating. I
didn't know that. Iodine 74 says,
about education.
Happy belated birthday, Shelley.
Thank you.
Jay Dredd is here. There's Geek Avenger again.
Well, so a lot of these women that were getting Botox for wrinkles noticed that their migraines were less as well. So they did a little, research stuffy. And then we were doing it before insurance was paying for it.
That's right. San Diego would pay.
He would go to a Comic-Con. This is how nice this guy is. He would go to Comic-Cons, bring back the cashola, and we'd go to my neurologist and hand them cash and say, give her Botox. Yeah. That was back when we first moved here. So 05.
Yeah.
Been doing this a while.
Killraiser. Hey, Shelley and Aaron. I can relate to your migraines, Aaron. I call it the crystal centipede.
Ooh, is that? Yeah.
That's exactly.
See, I don't get those ones. I just get the painful ones every day. All day.
Yeah, it was blocking like part of my vision for a while here. And it was like I could see the letters, but like I couldn't see the letter to the left of.
I'm going to do some research.
So it was really weird. But I can see now. My wife is watching Bones in order on Roku.
In order? Oh, yeah.
My mom used to watch that, but.
That was the one you loved too, isn't it?
No, it was Castle.
Castle you loved. Yeah. Hey, Jeff Wee.
The pots. Shelley. Excitement is there.
That's so nice. Oh, gosh. He's having that, and I'm going to throw up.
Aaron Cheap Presty, what are you talking about?
Oh, no. See, when you order it yourself.
Yeah, that's on. She gets what she wants that way. And
I actually, for our 20-year anniversary, I got the Shelley Super Show. Hey, Stat. Hi, honey. I ordered a anniversary band, too. Remember that?
I remember you just basically telling me this is what I'm getting, and here's the.
And it was normally like $2,500, and I think I paid $800 for it or something. Back when we could spend $800.
Bye-bye, slow Biden. Here comes
Serious.
Kamala Hawk Tua Harris to go to, to take down Trump.
Serious.
Woo,
Kamala
David.
Camel toe Harris. It's a
Hey
family
now.
show.
Gosh darn it, we just lost our PG rating.
I'm good. I'm here for something.
Jeff Potts says, I usually have those vision problems, Aaron, but strangely enough, it comes on after consuming large quantities of beer. Well, yeah. So there you go. How about that? So Shelley's a year older, but still nowhere near as old as I am. It's amazing, but true.
Yeah, because you were like, you're 59, right? I go, nope. Well, actually, we had to go back and do some math. I was like, okay, so yeah.
Well, because I was working
58.
I was thinking you were a year and a half, like sometimes 2 years older than me, or 2 years younger than me, but sometimes only a year and a half, because when my birthday hits. Yeah. But then I thought, so I was working from that, and you're like, no, I was born in 66, which I do know. And then I realized that you're actually 2.5 years younger than me. Oh. So that's why you're so youthful, Robert. And I'm so.
Oh, right. I'm so youthful. And I was noticing, look, somebody said that my scars look like little race cars.
We kind of do.
There's like this little middle thing, and then doo, 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 doo.
Yeah, I guess they kind of.
Sammy said they look like those bugs that are on the water.
Those little. What do you call those things?
This one, really, I think that
water skeeters. What do we call those things?
I don't know. But yeah.
Anyway,
I was just looking at it going, oh, they are.
Well, let's take this moment. I do know that Ethan is probably
skippers.
Still streaming right now because he's launching his toys.
Who cares?
So,
meaning it doesn't matter how many people we have our people.
So make sure you back the toys if you haven't already, and I'm sure the campaign will be up for a while. But Shelley is 2 weeks younger than my wife, says Marcus Killigrew. How about that?
Nice. Well, somebody's hitting 50.
Purple polka dots of death on my chest. That doesn't sound like that's good.
I think you need medical attention, sweetie.
Yeah, water strider, I think. That's what's going for. Okay.
Some links to Fearsome and Kit Carter, which is closing out here pretty soon. And then
hopefully soon.
We've been talking up some Wraith 3.
Yeah, we're going to get to all that stuff in just a moment. But I think first it's important to do this. Yeah, like and subscribe if you don't mind. I greatly appreciate it, and so does Shelley. And since Shelley's here, you should go that extra effort.
Daniel, that's right.
Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Daniel, chemo. I forgot that. That's the purple.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay.
Sorry, honey.
That's okay.
Wraith of God and horse figures.
We're thinking about statues. We're thinking about a board game. We're thinking a bunch of extra stuff, but
spendy,
very spendy. So we have to make sure that the energy, the enthusiasm for Wraith of God is still flying high before we venture into some of those other territories. But they're definitely on our radar. Okay, you know what else is on our radar? Food. Food is always on our radar.
Always. That's and how we stay so slim and trim.
It's one of our major issues. But here we go.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Crack.
You're supposed to say that off camera. Well, so we're gonna indulge a little bit in this huge portion of gummy bears that I picked up for Shelley for her birthday.
Don't eat all the red ones. Don't eat all the red ones.
I'm not. I had a white one, a red one, and a blue one. So it's like I'm all American.
Oh, there you go. Oh, they smell so good.
Fruity.
All those chemicals.
And this chemicals in this gelatinous form. I was listening to, on the weekends, at LA, they broadcast these old radio shows. And they also play the commercials from those radio shows in the middle. And they were talking about Post had just invented Sugar Smacks. and they were talking about how nutritious it is because it's these wheat puffs, and it said full of natural sweetness and sugar. They were just like, it's so, you know, and they said, you can eat it for a meal. You can eat it like candy. I mean, it was just the funniest things that you would never hear on a commercial today.
No.
But boy, they were pushing that sugar back then. Okay. Well, it's time, Shelley, for our Frazetta of the day. We're still looking at covers.
You all right?
That's why you never eat on camera. From Creepy and Eerie magazine, from Warren Publishing. So let's take a look at another one, the Frazetta image of the day.
You don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so
yes,
that was actually,
observations.
It was actually painted in 1966, but wasn't published till 1967.
Oh,
June of 1967, if you want to be exact. We were noticing, as you'll see in a lot of Frazetta paintings, that he will detail up the areas he wants you to look at, and then really do very little work on the areas that he doesn't want you to look at. Like on those Neanderthals, it was the chest areas and stuff like that were kind of dark and there wasn't any detail in there at all. But the faces and the heads and the arms were all veiny.
They need some exfoliating.
Yeah.
Oof.
But I do like that piece quite a bit. Because
it's so you.
No, it's caveman. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's so you.
Are you saying I'm a caveman or are you saying I like cavemen?
That's the stuff you like.
Okay.
Jeez,
that's what she's saying. Okay, well, let's get into this review off the top of the show, and then we got some stuff planned for Shelley on her return, and we'll get into that as well. But let's let me give you a little
don't
visual aid, if I may. No, I'm not going to. Let me give just a little visual aid to what we're talking about. So
yeah, I didn't watch it, but a little bit, like a couple minutes,
and that's all you needed, really. Okay, so here's the deal. Isn't it kind of funny? It's like a double image. You've got
gosh, yeah.
And the title
Look
card
how clever
and the poster. Oh boy, yeah. When I saw the commercial ads for this, and I saw the color, you know, that sort of artificial, sort of Disneyland kind of color to it, I was very intrigued by it. And I'm not necessarily a Wes Anderson fan, but I'm always intrigued by what sort of weird, odd thing he's doing. So it's worth checking out, right? So that's kind of, I always watch Wes Anderson films out of curiosity more than anything else. So here's this movie it did get positive reviews, but not as many as I would have thought. And I want to share a couple because I think a couple of these on Rotten Tomatoes actually.
Are you sharing that too?
No, I'm just going to read it.
Okay.
All of them were positive, and they said, you know,
ow, mother bus bucket.
This is actually a pretty good review here from Kathleen Springer at Kath's Film Forum. She says, this is a positive review though. It sometimes feels as if Anderson is trying to tackle a little too much and wade a little too deep, but Asteroid City still manages to find its footing, if not its focus. I think that's fairly accurate. Now, here's the negative ones. An almost prototypically oddball endeavor that remains hopelessly uninvolving for the duration of its running time, and I don't disagree with that either. Ruth Maramus, pretty harsh, says, an exercise of self-indulgence and soulless nonsense To say this film is style over substance is a giant understatement, as everything plays second fiddle to the director's trademark visuals. And I don't disagree, Shelley, with any of those reviews. The acting is very stylized, shall we say, very deadpan. Everything's very deadpan, not very emotional, very odd. Now, I did like the, what was the one with Bill Murray and they were under sea? And he was like the Steve says, The World Aquatic with Steve Isuzu or whatever. And because Bill Murray was funny in it. And this, it wasn't devoid of humor. I found it amusing.
You had to create your own humor.
But structurally, it was really bizarre in that it starts off as a stage play. They introduce it as a stage play, then in black and white. Edward Norton plays the playwright who writes the script for the play. Then it goes into the play, which then becomes this color production. And then they just randomly cut out of it every once in a while and revisit Edward Norton and the process of making the script and turning it into the production. Then at the very end, near the end,
don't give it all away.
Well, our main character walks out of the play, which is full color, and then he goes into black and white because it's supposedly taking place in the 50s, right? And so the black and white is supposedly the reality. So the actor then goes out. He's trying to, he's talking to other people as he's walking by, going, "I still don't know what this movie means. I still don't know this," which is what I was saying. And then he has this long conversation across the alleyway. He's up on he's like 2 stories up, and then across from him is this other actress who's in another play in the other building. And it turns out she was supposed to be his wife, who is dead in the movie. We never see her, and they cut her scene. And so they're talking back about what the scene was and, how it meant. And then he goes back in and we finish up the movie in color. It's just, but the whole, as you sit there and watch it, you're kind of like, I don't understand where this is going. And then when it ends, you still don't know where it's going
or where it's been.
Yeah. But I did find it amusing and interesting because it's Wes Anderson. So it's very odd.
Yeah.
But to me, for a movie to be good, it has to be more than just unusual.
I like clever. I don't like weird as much as I like clever.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, okay. Absolutely. And I mean, you could argue this maybe was clever. I don't really know. I just think it was more weird.
But it was so weird that has so many people wanted to be in it. Even like you said, Jeff Goldblum just walks.
He's sitting in a chair and he walks by him.
Oh, okay.
And that's his only part in the whole movie. Now, get a load of this. So as I was doing research to do this review, it says it was starring Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
As we can see right, where is she? She's on here someplace.
Yeah, down the bottom. There we go.
There she is, Margot Robbie down there. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Where was Margot Robbie in this film? She was the actress that was supposed to play his wife at the end that he talked to. I didn't know it was her. I mean, they had her made up and stuff, but I had no clue it was her. So that was quite a shock to me.
Jake Dredd sounds like a movie I'll never watch. Me too.
Yeah. And so the other thing is that we kind of got a lot of notoriety was Scarlett Johansson being full frontal nude in this.
But she,
well, I read something where she talked like it was her. So, but the shot was her dropping her towel and for like a second and a half or something. And then we saw her naked body the reflection of her naked body in a mirror that was in her room. And so it was like, you were pretty far away. And then her head was cut off by the mirror, so you couldn't see it. So I figured, well, why would she even do it? Why didn't you just get a body double in there, which, who knows if it was or not, but because it was like a second and a half and had really no point to being in the film. Although I read an article where they argued that there was a point for it. And I was like, no, not really. So anyway, it was interesting in the sense that it was so odd. You had no idea where it was going. And so it sort of kept
I find frustrating though.
Yes.
At least give me a nugget every once in a while. Like, I think, in my head, because of course you anticipate things and you think who done it or whatever, and they give you little nuggets along the way. then at least I can stay with it. Otherwise, I'm like, quit messing with me. I don't like it. I don't like it.
The only reason you'd watch this film is out of curiosity. And that's the only reason I continued to watch it, to see, because it was just, it made no sense to me at all. But it was, I had no idea what was going to happen next. So I thought, well, I'll just keep watching to see what weird thing happens next and where this is going. Had a lot of great actors in it, but they all deadpanned. So they're all giving basically the same performance. So there was no real personality in terms of it in that regard. So if you're I almost said Wes Craven, if you're a Wes Anderson film fan, you'll probably like it. If you just like odd stuff for the sake of oddness, you probably like it. If you're looking for a good, enjoyable movie, it's not horrible, but it's kind of a,
okay.
There you go.
But you did, because you guys almost had to listen to him talk about Renfield.
I'll talk about that now.
Oh no, I don't want any more movie. All right. But that one, you don't have much to say because you only watched it for about 15 minutes because it was over the top, disgusting, gross, yuckiness. No, not his style. Yeah,
when I was 14, we couldn't wait to get to see Dawn of the Dead and see people get their necks ripped open and they're disemboweled.
Yeah.
Doesn't do much for me now.
No.
And the amount of bloody, grotesque violence that was in the first 15 minutes of this film, or 10 minutes, I was like, I'm done with this.
Yep.
Boom.
So there's your review of that.
Yeah. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm just saying it was a really gross movie and I just couldn't stay with it.
No.
All right.
No.
Shelley's back. You guys may have noticed.
It was touch and go there for a little bit. I was trying to fall asleep. Well,
you did warn me this morning. You said I'm going to try and be there today.
Well,
and I thought, this might happen.
I live on pain meds, so it depends on, they don't hit me the same all the time. So I think I slept a little bit.
Well, you were asleep because I poked my head in there. I go, am I going to have a co-host today or not? I had to look.
Don't you hate that when you're like, I think maybe I slept? I don't know. But I did sleep last night.
Well,
that was nice.
I have been holding the Shelley nose for a couple of months now, but it's a good one. So I didn't want to get rid of it.
Okay.
So now let's find out.
Oh no.
In Shelley's time away, has she learned anything?
No.
Let's find out.
Maybe.
Don't cheat and look.
Now, I want to preface all this with, do you guys have any idea the amount of pain meds that have gone through this brain since May 16th in my shoulder surgery?
I'm not going to ask you to name the planets of the solar system.
Because that, I wouldn't even think I could get Earth or Uranus. Okay.
All righty. So, Shelley, here's this is the list from 2023, since we're not through 2024 yet.
Okay.
Of the 10 biggest money-making actors and actresses in Hollywood last year.
Okay.
Top 10.
Top 10.
Doesn't have to be in any order, just as long as you make the list.
Okay. Last year, see what's bad is I don't even know. Well, if they're brand new to me, they're not gonna. Is it cumulative or just in 2023?
Just 2023.
Oh,
she's looking
that's
through
no
she's looking
bueno.
through the list. Looking through the light.
I wish I could cheat.
No, these are all pretty.
Okay, I kind of am thinking about this. Okay. Timothy Chalamet, that he made money.
I don't even know who that is. No, come on, don't overthink this. Don't overthink this.
All right.
Is he the guy in Dune?
Oui.
The curly hair and stuff? No. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to go with Tom Cruise.
That is correct. Tom is number 3 on the list. Tom Cruise, number 3 at $45 million. That's what he made last year.
Overrated.
I would have thought he was probably number 1, but no. Maybe because the Mission Impossible movie did not do as well as they had hoped.
Although we did like that one.
I loved it. It's great. Got good reviews, but it only did like 150 some million. It really underperformed.
And it really shouldn't, I guess, but how can it not? When your real life shenanigans kind of.
Well, people could just be getting tired of the formula too, and tired of him.
Well, and they're tired of his weirdness in Scientology.
True.
Ooh, did I say that out loud? Okay. Just for 2023.
Yeah.
I do agree with Zendaya. She probably
no.
So youngsters,
Oh, that's 2 strikes already. Well, there's a. Let me see here.
What would be youngsters to us?
No. These are all well established.
Well established, so that even though they did maybe a couple movies cumulative, or not even cumulative,
right,
but
if you
those
think,
two.
But if
how about Matt Damon?
Matt Damon is number 5.
Okay, how about Ben Affleck?
43 million.
Nice.
Ben Affleck is
He had a
number
couple.
9 at 38 million. But he's
right.
also got getting money for producing and directing as well. So he has a
Oh,
little
bit
I better income stream than some of these guys.
Gotcha.
But he's at number 9 at 38 million.
All right. I think I'm I was in the flow, but now it's gone. Okay. How about
Do you want some hints?
no, not yet. How about
A lot of people are getting ones in the
yeah, Gosling's got to be in there.
Ryan Gosling is number 4 at 43 million. So he tied with Matt Damon.
Was Robert Downey in anything last year? Katie Patootie?
Robert Downey's not on the list this year. He has been in the past though, but not this
Okay.
year. No Marvel movies for him.
Gotcha. Okay, how about
I think Daniel Russell is cheating because he's getting them all right
I won't
in the
look.
chat.
I won't look. Daniel.
Action.
Julia Roberts.
Julia's time has passed.
George Clooney.
No.
Good.
George hasn't
I'm
done
so
anything.
I'm so disappointed in them right now. I don't want to.
Okay. This guy is action hero kind of guy. But
Rock?
more of a low budget action hero kind of guy. He's in everything though. British. You just watched the movie he was in.
I did?
Yeah. Well, I thought you said you watched it. With the bees,
Oh, Jason Statham.
Yes, number 8 at
he's a
41 million.
He's a hottie. Okay.
Yeah, bald guys.
Uh-huh.
All righty. This guy's your favorite. Like your favorite.
My favorite.
He's been around for a while, but you love him.
I love
Everybody
him.
loves him, but you love him.
I might go downstairs and grab the bottle of
No.
wine out of the fridge.
Okay, there's 2 women on this list. Who do you think the women are?
Scarlett Johansson.
No, surprisingly.
Good guess though.
That is a good guess. I think that's a good guess. But we talked about her earlier today already.
We did.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie.
Yes, she's number 2 because of Barbie.
Because of Barbie.
Barbie.
Yeah, but was she in
59 million.
She got paid $59 million for being Barbie.
Well, she's
No,
done
she
other
had to have
things
been in
too. She was in
something.
like Babylon and all those other movies and things like
okay.
that. She's been in a lot of movies, but she must have cleaned up on Barbie.
The Rock.
No, he's not on
I think I
there.
already said that already.
You did.
Action. Oh wait, somebody.
You already
Did we
got the
get
action
one that I
was Jason
loved.
Statham.
Okay, yeah.
We haven't got the one you love.
Ah, how can I love him and not?
There's one more woman on here as well. Started in a TV show in the 90s. Been in everything and is everywhere all the time. Still cruising along. Amazingly enough.
Moving right along, amazingly enough, which means she's old.
Well, she started, like I said, she's on a TV show in the 90s.
How about that?
Oh, you know her well. Great hair.
Yeah.
This is great hair.
Yeah. She has great hair.
Yeah,
Oh,
she has
she
great,
does.
cute hairdos.
Yes. Helen Mirren. I love her.
No, she's not
No.
that old.
Well, you said old.
Well, I mean, she started a TV show in the 90s.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston?
Yes, Jennifer Aniston. 42. You know
In what? What was she?
She's in that
I
news
just have
news
not
TV
watched
show.
any movies.
She's in that news show.
You thought I would
on-
like this and that I would know it?
And well, you know
No,
the
I haven't
celebs.
watched any movies, like
42 million.
current movies. I only watch them when they come out like on Prime or something.
All right, I'm going to give you the one you should have got.
Oh, I'm going to feel stupid.
Denzel. I told you. At number 10, Denzel Washington at 24
I love
million.
Denzel.
Okay, this other guy.
Dang it.
He's
Oh, what about Ryan Reynolds?
no.
Oh.
This guy's a simp for climate change. Great actor, but really annoying.
Who is it? than that.
That's true.
Oh, not like Sean Penn.
No.
He's like the worst.
This guy's like major movie star. Has been for years.
And he still falls for the
Like
climate.
Brad Pitt kind of movie star kind of guy.
Is it Brad Pitt?
No.
That would have been easy.
Oh.
Nice hint.
Ooh. Thank you, Frank. Says Joan Fontaine, a little old for what we're talking about here.
Did I get that one?
Joan Fontaine was an
already
actress
today.
in the
Sorry.
40s.
No, but they said there was another woman.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
Jennifer
Margot
Aniston and Margot Robbie.
Okay. See,
There's
I
only
would have
two
never
left.
got these. And I never watched TV, so I never see any of the.
Always does Scorsese films. Does Tarantino films.
Well, I was going to say, is it a tall chick?
No,
tall
we're
blonde?
through with the women. We've got the two that were in
always
there.
does. Samuel L. Jackson.
No.
Good guess, though.
That's a good guess.
Look, I'm looking for, assurance. Rob Liefeld. I'm looking.
Do I have to tell you?
Oh man, I'm really disappointed in myself. I'm still in the Denzel.
The fact that you're not throwing these names out. DiCaprio, number 7.
I hate him.
Oh, I didn't say you had to like him.
Oh, well, I know, but I mean,
said you
like, I
love
would never
Denzel.
guess him.
Yeah, but
because
he's in everything though. He's making money.
True.
So he made 41 million.
I do have to say he does go all in with his characters.
Okay,
I will
number
give him that. I
one,
hate him.
the number one money earner. Okay, and this is not the first time for this dude. 73 million, and it's obvious, and yet at the same time, it's shocking. So, because it's shocking when you hear the name, but then you're like, you start thinking about everything he does.
Yeah,
and you're like, yeah. Adam Sandler.
What the? No, you lie. Adam Sandler.
Look, he's got his own production company. He does he packages stuff for people. He stars in movies. Those detective things on Netflix with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Those type of, and he's always producing something.
Billy Madison or something I think was that on Twitter, guys, that somebody was saying, yeah, what? Like I would have never guessed that if I don't know, they pulled out a hair out of my head every time I got something wrong. I still would have not gotten Adam Sandler. Like,
and he's not even, look, he's doubled what everybody else is making.
Yeah, Adam Sandler's movies are 90-minute ads.
73 million. But that's
who
because
knew somebody like him would.
I know. He's the richest guy in Hollywood.
Wow.
But he produces a lot of movies. So you're getting money as a producer. You're getting huge money. There you go. And I think he was number one last year or the year before too. He's always up there because he formed his own production company and produces stuff.
Right. But a lot of them have their own production company, don't they? Yeah, like Tom Cruise does. And
Cruise is on this list. But I don't think as many people have their, shall we say, fingers as many pies as Adam Sandler does.
Who knows where those have been. Yeah. Good Lord.
So there you go. Lunch Lady Land. So that guy is the richest guy in Hollywood. Now back in this shocked me.
Wait, he's a climate guy?
No.
Oh wait, who is it?
DiCaprio.
Right. Okay. 2 already today. So sorry. And a muscle relaxer. So, but that was it. Wait, what time was it? What did I say? Because I was going to sleep 15. Finish 3 at noon.
Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Okay, so who's the guy that played Castle? Nathan, what's it? Fillion. Right. Okay.
See, I got that.
Okay, back like I think the last season of Castle, which was 5 or 6 years ago.
What do you always like to say? Oh, they hated each other.
They did.
Yeah.
But he made that year 93 million because he had a clothing line. And he had money in like cologne and stuff.
Well, and don't they get money if it reruns?
Yes. TV actors.
Is that what that is?
TV actors sometimes will make way more money.
Wow.
Than movie actors just because of that.
Honey.
Well,
But Shelley knows nothing. Nada. Nothing.
Yeah. Stana Katic was his co-star and they hated each other in Castle.
Did you see her in that? What was that? She was the FBI chick and she was missing, and that was good.
What? Like a show? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a show. Remember, she was on, and it was like Oh, I think it was on. I probably saw it on Prime. I only watch Primer. I don't even watch Netflix hardly anymore. I just watch my documentaries because I'm old now.
I've watched quite a few movies actually, and I didn't know which ones to review because I watched the Eddie Murphy, Axel F, the Beverly Hills Cop,
Beverly Hills Cop,
which I'll give you a quick review. It's exactly what you'd expect it to be.
Yeah.
So it's just everybody's a lot older.
Yes, there's a second season, which isn't, but yeah, sorry.
No, Residual? Marcus. Is that what they're talking about?
That's what I was talking about.
Okay. Marcus Kilgore thinks Castle was a very good show.
Mm-hmm. Remember when we were in San Diego Comic-Con one of the years I got to go, and Nathan Fillion's face was on the elevator.
And I got a picture of you
ginormous.
giving him a kiss.
Yeah.
50 Cent made more money selling vitamin water to Coca-Cola than his music and acting. It's weird. Yeah. I mean, you just have to have your fingers in the right pot,
so to speak. Oh,
Ms. Stippling for $5. Thank you, Ms. Stippling. Shelly, some funds for more Holo Taco nail polish.
That's what they sent me.
Oh,
they're so sweet. They send
okay.
me stuff, and
yes,
so sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love me some polish.
Well,
so right now I'm doing gels so they stay on better, and I don't have to go in. Last time I went in, it had been like a lot of weeks. It was bad. They slapped her hand. Well, no, they were like, "Oh my gosh, look how long they've grown out." And then because that was during the time I couldn't move my shoulder without screaming. Remember that? Remember that?
Yes.
That was fun. I was embarrassing. I assaulted my orthopedic surgeon.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you just pushed him
Embarrassed
away.
myself.
You didn't punch him
horribly. I'm sure the entire place heard me screaming.
I
tried
heard
to
you.
move
I was
my
in the
arm,
room, though.
like elbow in and then out, and I grabbed him and pushed him away and screamed, I think, no. And then he had me bend over and do the pendulum, which is so benign. And I was like, see, I was so proud of myself. I could do this. He goes, can I bend over farther? And the scream that came out of my mouth
woke me up.
It was shocking. It was embarrassing. And I'm sure you all heard because I was not prepared for it to hurt that bad. And I think it was like a double, because normally it'll hurt that bad and then stop. But this one just kept going. I remember thinking, oh, and then his face, his eyes were huge. He was all red. And he's a very fair.
He'd already been assaulted by her, so he didn't know.
And he was like, "Nothing
next.
I did in the surgery should be causing this." And we're like,
always say that.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's causing something. So, but let's see. That's it. Look at me go. Oh,
don't assault me. I didn't touch you. You did that on your own.
Sore. I think I slept on it last night. Okay. But look, I couldn't even I had to, my other arm had to hold it up just to go this far. So to do it on my own, not toot my own horn, but toot.
Impressive.
Anyway.
Most impressive.
I
got an update.
I thought you might.
No, not about Kit Carter. Let's update this first. Remember this.
No way.
This European comic book that I did
you
3 years ago now.
Us and fooled us for 3 years
ago.
I'm not
right?
believe it. I don't believe it.
So you know what I heard?
What?
Nothing.
I've heard
nothing.
I told you guys nothing, and I still fell for it. You did. I was fighting it, and I thought surely my husband wouldn't lie to me again.
Nothing. No news on this. But thanks for coming by. We appreciate it.
Such a putz.
All right, but
this is iced coffee, by the way. It's not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Someone was actually last show is referencing you demonstrating the shot glasses.
Ooh, those are.
Which you haven't done that in a while.
No.
But
we haven't had any Fireball in a long time.
She's looking at me like it's my job to go pick up Fireball.
No, I was just thinking. A lot of times when I think I do stink eye as well. So I just have to explain I'm thinking I'm not giving you stink eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe you're doing that.
You'll know.
You'll know
when I'm doing that. The jellyfish. Ooh.
Okay,
me no likey.
Okay. So let's take a look at that.
Woo!
If I may. Let's take a look at the old Kit Carter campaign. We like to call it Kit Carter Planet Doom, the graphic novel. Well, we had offered up the ash can.
Yes, that was brilliant.
That David Williams suggested that I do. Turned out to be a great suggestion. Mark one up for David. And so people have been ordering that pretty wildly.
I like when people wildly order.
Yeah, and also one of the fun things here is that we don't have all the colors done yet, but I'm hoping within days that will be the truth. Let's see, where am I looking for?
I have no idea. There we go. Those are the colors.
Yeah, this is coming in. Might be next week. I'm in San Diego.
Well, I told them that we got the proof, and the colors were
right on the money.
Oh yeah, they were great.
No, but I was going to show the proof, but I've already packed it away because I'm bringing it with me to San Diego to kind of show. So I am one of those people that like.
He's already packed. He's ready.
I'm ready to go, and I don't leave till Tuesday. But at least now I don't have to stress about it.
And guess what? The best part about it, I don't have to hear about it. Sorry, you open the door. I got to go through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going through it.
But this looks really good.
It does.
It looks really, really good. And the sketchbooks will be here August 5th. I got to check on the T-shirts, see where they're at. I am very, 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 very hopeful that this will get this to the printer. The book, the actual graphic novel, will be at the printers my first week back from San Diego, which will be not this week, but the following week. So let's keep our fingers crossed. And because I haven't heard from Kelsey in a long time, which means he's huddled up and working his butt off. So I assume him to be going to drop the rest of the book on me at any moment. We'll get it lettered and then out the door. So hang in there, guys. We're almost there.
Fulfillment.
Ooh, can't wait.
I love it and I hate it so much.
It is, well, you know what the problem is with fulfillment is you get this huge list of like, right now we're at what? 1,600 orders.
Yeah, I had almost 60 pages of tiny, like less than 10 font, I think, Excel spreadsheets.
And you try and do like, we try to do like 100 a day or more ship out, but it's like you do 100 and you're like, we just did 100 and you're like, only 1,500 to go.
Right.
So there's that kind of weighty feeling
every day.
But then you start getting down there.
Yeah. So
400.
I label or I number the pages and you start flipping them over and you're like, oh, and then I love the pages where there's a lot of international because we save those for later. And so then I'm like, whoa, we're going to go through that.
Yeah, we get to the international.
But it is, if anybody has done fulfillment with 15,000 different options of things to order, like if you just did one thing to like, okay, here's one book, you could just go through it. But so when I print out the labels, then I'll write on the back what goes in. And it's like, oh my gosh.
So I flip the label and go, okay, I need one of these, you know.
And then you have to like figure out the weight of how many different combinations of things. It's a lot of work, but it's what we signed up for. So, and we have the shipping room with those wonderful roller printers that never freaking work. Oh, that was loud. But once we get on a roll, I think it's when it sits there.
It'll go.
It just doesn't like to.
What we have on this campaign that we've never had before is like a big box of stuff, which I'm not offering anymore because it had a T-shirt in it, and I had to get the T-shirt orders in.
Oh, gotcha.
So I shut that perk down, but it's the big box of everything. And so we are going to have like these humongo boxes that actually have a poster tube in them as well, because the movie poster will be in the poster tube, obviously. And then there'll be the books and whatever else you ordered, the shirts, will all go in this humongo,
whatever we put in there,
box. Yeah. So that'll be kind of a different thing for us. It's not just, it won't be just folding up, Gemini mailers. It'll be a little bit more like a store.
And you know what my least favorite thing is about fulfillment? I'm going to give you one guess. My least favorite thing about fulfillment.
Spending too much time with me in a small room.
Okay, the second thing I hate the most about fulfillment.
Lean in a little bit. There you go. Yeah.
The tape.
Oh.
Oh, I hate the tape. And even the silent tape is not silent.
No.
In fact, we still haven't done that. We were going to do a review of, I ordered everything, every different brand I could find of silent tape.
And find the best tape.
Yeah.
And yeah. There was one or two that were actually really good. The rest of them were just about the same.
I guess we'll have to do
do it again because I don't remember which ones were which now. We'll just go through it and do the whole process again. But anyway, if you guys wouldn't mind, if you have not backed this campaign, please check it out. There's a link in the description of this video. Take you right there. But it's probably, if I have my druthers, a week and a half tops, and this baby is closed. And then we're on to Wraith of God 3, Fear Hollow.
Fear Hollow.
Epic.
In the hollow.
Yeah. So there you have that. And I did want to show people one other thing, if I might, since we're on this sort of infomercial kick. If you guys have not been to my website.
What are you doing? Oh.
I want to show it to you just real quick.
Because it's been updated. It's relatively kind of new
now.
Yeah,
so you go to aaronlopresti.com and the first thing you see is this. You can go right to the, okay, but then you scroll up like that. Isn't that kind of weird how that image in the background stays there, but the thing scrolls up?
Freaking me out, man.
So you can go to the store, right?
Yeah.
And, or you can go to find out what's new at Empire Comics.
What's new?
Or if you just want to look at my artwork, you can do that as well. And then you can email me.
Nice.
Would you like to stay in touch with Aaron? Send him a message right now.
No, I would like not to.
Don't want to stay in touch with Aaron.
But shop now. What's in shop now? In case I can't sleep tonight, maybe I'll go shopping.
Oh my gosh. That's kind of like taking money out of one pocket and putting it in the other, isn't it?
Like when I super chat you.
Yeah. So look, so you go there and you say, oh, look at all this groovy stuff you can order.
Studio Source pinup. Oh my gosh, that thing's old.
Yeah. Because that
my
was
old hair too.
Yeah. And that's when, we went to Universal Studios and you had the shorter, the short hair. I don't like that. It was good. So anyway, then we've got all these books you can order, right? And I'm going to add more stuff like the shot glasses and T-shirts and things like that, that we have leftover stuff from the campaign. I just have not got it up there. And also original artwork will be listed in the store at some point too. But if you were to click on Garbage Man, this would come up and you could just order your Garbage Man book.
Nice.
Or
and
it
then
says
you might also
like Saved from the Trash. So it's really easy to order, and I get the stuff out usually within 24 hours.
He's obsessed.
I don't like.
He's obsessed.
I don't like have stuff hanging over my head.
And so therefore, I hear the tape.
I don't.
And then I hear, Shelley, the printer's not working.
She does hear that because it's generally not working.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take we'll just kind of go around the horn real quick. So this basically explains what Empire Comics is, what products or books are available right now. And as we see the Wraith of Gods and Kit Carter, I guess I should put up the second printing. Oh, there it is. Wraith of God right there, second printing. Because the first printing is sold out, of course. Garbage Man. And then you could, up here, you can just, let's go to the portfolio real quick. So you have all these choices.
One of my favorites.
You can look at all the covers I've done, my illustration, paintings, and then sketches or, convention type stuff. So this is kind of fun. So you can see all the colors or the covers. These are all the ones I colored myself. And then here, I colored a lot of these also myself, but I just have them in black and white. So we have a ton of like Wonder Woman stuff and some of the Marvel stuff I did.
Mystique.
Yeah. So anyway, this is all like updated,
nice.
Good times. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. That is, of course, aaronlopresti.com. Very easy to find. If you can spell my name, you shouldn't be confused about finding it.
We got 46 comments, mister.
I'm catching up, but all right.
Oh, you didn't start it on Twitter. Ow, mother.
I didn't start on Twitter?
No.
I clicked on it.
It says exclamation. Don't start
it.
What do you think
it says? A premium account is required to create live broadcasts.
Oh,
they changed it on me, those lousy. All right. He's going to get that $7 a month out of me.
Whether you like it or not.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that explains that.
Let's see. Speaking of It's way up.
Well, can you just repeat it what it was?
What? No, I was.
Okay, we've already done that.
Yeah. There wasn't anything. I was just saying you had a bunch of them.
Hurry, no frozen shoulder. You don't want to do
Hooray. That. Yeah, well, I was playing with the dog and put my arm down to push myself up off the stairs and something tore and sobbing later. And then I had a nice little bruise right here from by the time I got to PT, they're like, oh yeah, well, it looks like you tore something loose. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, let's see here. Apex Comics says Sweet Kit Carson book. It's actually Kit Carter. But Kit Carson is a cowboy thing.
His phone's at the bottom of the bayou, Kelsey.
He doesn't even have a phone. That's the troubling thing. I can never get a hold of him. So I'm kind of at his mercy.
Yeah.
I think this book is going to surprise some people just because of the whole concept with the art and the humor. Well, thank you. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think it's kind of a funny, charming read, not Wes Anderson-y at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. You can follow the narrative.
I'd smack him upside the head if it was. Not even feel bad about it.
That's true. I actually just read that the other night. The Scourge book is really, really good. Let's see who else we got going on there. Spam bot. Hail Apex Comics. That's nice. Okay. Now they're talking about the website and stuff that I don't understand because I didn't do my website. I hired somebody to do it for me because I don't understand these things. But I do understand how to pay someone to do it for me.
Yep.
Okay. I am kind of disturbed now that I'm not on Twitter because I didn't know that they changed that.
That's okay. It'll be all right.
I don't want to pay Elon.
Somebody's got to, I guess.
I guess so. I guess it's going to be me.
Well, and then you can post as long-winded,
that's right. I can just blah,
want.
blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Except I don't do that, But speaking of Twitter, if I may, Graham and I have been getting assaulted by this clown.
I know.
But you know what? I have resisted. I've resisted. I'm going to use that as an example. I have resisted responding to this guy because he has like less than 200 followers. He's obviously a troll. He's begging for oxygen, and I'm not going to give it to him. But Graham responded to him and then then there's like 65 comments, the floodgates open, and that's exactly what
Most of them worked.
They were defending Graham, but
right, because I wrote, 30-some years of marriage, and now I find out.
But that 65 people views that this clown is getting that he would not have gotten.
But I think was it a quote or a screenshot? Because screenshots you can post and then it doesn't link to.
It might have been it was a screenshot.
I know how to find out. Oh yes, it was like.
Well, it's just more of these guys that are like anti Ethan for whatever reason, and then demanding that we, publicly come out against Ethan for all these horrible things that he's allegedly doing. And I'm like,
by the same brush.
Yeah, exactly. Perhaps? It was kind of like
that's what I got.
I was like, do these guys just send it started with the SJWs as we used to call them, and they just circulate the same script. And now people that are within or were within Comicsgate are now pissed off at other people that are in Comicsgate. So now they're using the same script, and it's just like, you've got to be kidding me. And they insulted me and Graham by the worst insult they could give us, saying that we were secret liberals.
Yeah.
I'm like,
this is a screenshot.
I've been conservative since I was 5.
Right. Liberal cancel pigs.
Yeah, we're liberal cancel pigs. That's what me and Graham are.
But we were, in sheep's clothing or whatever. I got the lamb blasted at the Washington Con of that if I'm not publicly saying whatever, putting somebody else down, that I am being painted with the same brush and blah, blah, that my silence says it all. And I'm like, I'm not silent.
What these clowns don't understand is I have no idea what 90% of the other people are putting on their shows.
We have time.
I don't sit around and watch YouTube that much. I mean, I've turned it on if I'm working, if it's something I can listen to, but I know what Ethan says on when we go on Comicsgate Kings. Then occasionally I'll watch one of his shows if I'm. But in here, he can say whatever he wants. I don't care. That's his business, And it's not. And for everybody,
like that, we're so responsible for everybody's decisions and behaviors and whatever. And
it's just absurd. it's absurd. The logic is absurd, and it just drives me nuts.
And I will say there are some that, hey Henry, that aren't necessarily putting out the best information or whatever for us to be able to say that's not true, whatever. But boy, this lady was just all over me, and I was just like, I'm sorry that that's been your experience. It has not been mine.
Yeah, it's just,
and had to walk away because I was just like, lady, you don't even know me for one. I mean, how many times did I write that first night? You don't even know us. But yeah, but again, we could do, I mean, we always laugh that, we could do a drama stream and it would be the most hysterical, unauthentic, embarrassing piece of crap. Because that's just not,
that's not what we do. Yeah, it would be, but
if that pays your bills, then that's,
I have no problem. I mean, these guys, it drives me nuts. And there's these guys crying about the Iron Age, and I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I mean, that's just terminology that people used for the independent movement. Now it's like an anti-Comicsgate thing, I guess. I mean, I have no freaking idea. So it just cracks me up when I get accused of stuff that I have no knowledge of, and I'm like, and then that pisses them off even more because, well, you should have knowledge. I go, right? Is this a company?
Because
we all work for the same company?
I'm not drawing all day and then but Citizen Run, yes, it's middle school stuff.
It is,
and I know
that's
because
exactly
I
what
taught middle school, and of course we've all been through middle school, so we know. But yeah, watches Aaron because of all the drama. All the drama on the shows. I thought it would be funny, like we watch Aaron because there's so much drama here. Only when we're the Bickersons.
That's right.
But anyway, yeah. So
yeah.
Again, people might think we know more because we're friends with people, but the only person I know you talk to on a regular basis is our children, if she's not home, and David.
Yes. And, talk to Andy occasionally.
Right.
And,
yeah.
But see, that's the thing. It's like, Ethan has done nothing but help us out.
Yeah.
So why would I ever, just because he says something that someone else doesn't like, that has nothing to do with me. I don't care. He can say whatever he wants.
Oh, and he has women and blah. It's like,
come on.
This lady said something about the milkshake stuff, and I was like, that is so old and done to death. Like,
so you're talking about something that happened 6 years ago? What exactly was that again?
Oh my gosh. It was really just weird, I guess. That's what I'll say. But anyway.
But I think the answer is that if you're a troll, don't bother trolling me because you're not going to get a response because I don't care enough and I don't want to give you oxygen to further pollute my stream. And we take the same position we've always taken. You know what? We're responsible for what we do and everybody else is responsible for what they say and do. And that's fine. That's the way it is. It's the Wild West out there, folks. Live with it.
Yep.
Anyway, Captain Bipto says, but that's all I do is troll. That's fine. Just don't troll me.
Because
you won't get a response. Anyway, okay. So let's move the show along, Shelley, if we may.
Okay.
Should we do top 5 or should we take a look at
top 5?
Okay, I guess we'll do the top 5. I gotta find. Look at all the little things I have.
know. Goodness.
Here we go. Seems like a typical topic for me to choose. Wouldn't it be the top 5 giant monster, not monster movies, but giant monster movies?
Like big movie moneymaker movies or big giant monsters.
Giant monsters.
Not tiny monsters.
No.
Big, giant, ginormous monsters.
This is not as difficult a list as you would think because there's not really a ton. If you throw out Godzilla and King Kong, there's really not a lot of giant monster movies out there. So, let's take a look and see what I've got at number 5.
Okay.
I'm lost.
Are we all just waiting on the edge of our seats?
There it is.
What the hell is that?
See, you're not well versed. This is the movie Them. Giant ants due to
the
atomic
pronouns I don't like.
It's not they them, it's just them.
Okay.
And so there's atomic explosions in the desert because
That's where they
yeah. And of course the ants don't like it. Maybe they do, because now they become giant mutant ants and they attack civilization as we know it.
I don't like it.
This seems like
is that a foot across his face, or is it coming through his face?
that's his antennae coming off his nose. He's got two like kind of furry antennae. Okay.
Pipe cleaners.
So yes. So you look at this and you say, okay, Aaron, this has got to be a stupid movie. It isn't. It's really good, despite the fact that you've got, 1950s giant monster ants that are fakey.
I know why you picked this.
Why?
We have been battling.
I didn't. Maybe subconsciously.
Yes, sugar ants.
Oh my gosh!
We have
invasion
put out,
of the sugar
like
ants.
whole cloves. We have them all. Anyway, and we hadn't had them in years, and then they're back with a vengeance. Like, we'll show you, low prestige. Talk about massive carnage, and it's just basically our kitchen and a little bit in the family room if they've got.
They're super tiny.
Oh,
super tiny.
Gosh!
So you sit there going,
they're so annoying. Yeah, you're
trying to.
And then you start thinking, it's on me. And I was laying in bed and I was like, if there's an ant on my arm, I felt something and I was like, oh, baby, it's going to be a throwdown.
Oh.
But that's why you picked it.
There may be, but this is
massive.
But here's
carnage.
the thing. Here's the thing. And you know this, and you guys should know it by now. I don't like movies if they're not good.
Really?
Well, no, I mean, I don't have this sort of nostalgic, I'll go watch it out of nostalgia, but I won't sit there and tell you it's good if it isn't. Like, for example, I'm just going to throw this out there as an example, would be Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, for example.
Great movie.
Is a suck movie. And but I do have fond memories of it as a child, but not really all that funny as an adult. Anyway, that's a story for another time.
All right.
I'm wasting my energy when Graham's not here to defend it. So Them was number 5, and I think it's a legit pick. I'm not messing with you.
Come here, baby.
Number 4.
Woo!
That dog.
Oh yeah.
Now this,
I wouldn't guess this one.
Maybe one of the best modern monster movies.
Yeah.
When I say modern, I mean post 1980. This movie is really good.
Yeah.
It's the giant worm things. For a low. This is basically a B movie.
Was it Reba? Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Fred Ward was his buddy, and the dad from what was the Michael J. Fox sitcom?
Oh yeah.
His dad and Reba were like the super conservative rednecks with all the guns and stuff. This movie's hilarious, but it's also kind of creepy and
especially
tense.
when you don't know where something is below, kind of like Jaws. Yeah,
exactly. It's on the dirt. Right? It's Jaws on the dirt, right? In fact, I think they did have a tagline that said a different set of Jaws or something like that, maybe on this. But the effects for what they were pretty darn good for basically as a B movie. I really like this movie. I still do. Cracks me up.
Awesome.
So there you go. Number 4, Tremors. And I got the seal of approval from Shelley. Shelley kind of likes it, even though she's not really. You like Tremors, didn't you? I mean, okay. Yeah. For what it was.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. We're going to keep with the classics, Shelley.
Oh, no. Yep. Everybody had this on the list.
You can't.
But maybe not this one.
There are multiple versions, obviously, of King Kong. This is the original because I love the stop motion.
Yeah, we love that stuff. Yeah.
The story's really good. And it was just, for its time, was ahead of its time, I guess you might say. It was really quite the event in its time. The 1976 version with Jeff Bridges and Charles Grodin and Jennifer Lang sucks. Although makeup Rick
Baker.
Thank you. Look at her pull that out of the hat.
Right out of my bummer.
Rick Baker, I believe, did the monkey head for the 76 one. So it looks good, but terrible movie. And then the more recent one by you know, that guy that did that stuff, the
I came over for chicken that one time.
Lord of the Rings guy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm turning into Joe Biden. But do I have a rubber mask on? No. This is really me.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson.
There you go.
That version of King
Thank
Kong
you, Jeffrey.
was overly long and overly sentimental. When what's her face was
and Paul Taylor got it.
ice skating with him in Central Park on the barf. So stupid.
That's how you really feel. Don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah, that's it.
Not for us.
But I did actually like the part while they were on Monster Island. There was a lot of, like, you know, that whole valley and the giant bugs. That was so gross. Look at me. That was so gross.
Oh my god!
It was so
gross.
So
it was
gross.
You with a spoon.
Exactly. But I loved that part. But it was like 3.5 hours long.
I was used to making the Hobbit movies that were like, when our son goes, yeah, we watched, you know, all the Hobbit movies or had a Hobbit marathon. I'm like, Lord of the Rings stuff. We're like,
yeah, the
did
director's
it take
cut
the entire weekend.
like 4 hours long.
You have a
or
child more. Now. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So anyway, so King Kong, the original, is my number 3.
Okay.
And at number 2, this might be controversial simply because I don't know if you'd consider it a monster movie, but
yeah. Gotcha.
Yes, it is Jurassic Park, ladies and gentlemen. If dinosaurs aren't giant monsters, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with this. Now,
this was so great, especially
cutting edge.
Like, yeah, for the time, it was just like mind blowing. Like, people seriously thought, I think, because the effects were so good that holy crap, somebody's doing this and there's dinosaurs somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was seamless too. They had the CGI plus the giant dinosaurs that they actually made for the film that Stan Winston Studios made, like this T-Rex scene.
Close. Like, I was just thinking about when the car upside. Sorry. Ow. Sorry. Was spinning. And then the little girl's face. There's like, yeah, it was right next to it. And of course, I'm looking at stuff to pick it apart because that's just how I am, how I roll. But yeah, it was just amazing.
And the one thing that I didn't like about this movie were the kids. Quite frankly, they became annoying. It's such a Spielberg thing to take a big adventure movie like this and throw a couple of kids in there, and you're like, come on, please.
I thought they were cute. I think she did Terrified really well.
Yeah,
he did Let Me Run with a Bad Wheel really well.
Let Me Get Electrocuted on the Fence really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could have lived without the kids, or maybe less kids. But like remember the Triceratops that was laying out in the field and it was on its side and it was breathing heavy because they thought it got poisoned or whatever.
Yeah.
That whole thing was like
poo.
They had that. They like built this. Stan Winston Studios built this full-size dinosaur. And I was just like, that is so cool, and it looked real.
I think that's part of it. I mean, Joshua loved it, and
he loved it so much he worked for him.
I was going to say, and being able to internship with them was like,
I was very jealous.
They had been able to, if they'd been able to pay him enough, our son would be living in LA doing this full time. But again, good thing he came home. Good thing you came home from the movie business, because we wouldn't have met, and Josh wouldn't be married to Jessica.
And even worse, Gavin Newsom would be our governor right now. So, hey-o.
Stop it.
All right. So those are my top 4, Shelley, but you're probably wondering, well, what's number 1?
Wait, let me think. I'm going to go with Jaws.
It's not, the shark wasn't big enough to be classified as a giant monster in my mind.
Oh.
Well, look at,
you're nuts.
No, wait a minute. A great white shark. They've caught allegedly.
This is bigger than a great white.
Now, hang on a second.
In my mind, it's King Kong shark.
Okay. But great white shark, they've actually caught ones that allegedly were 22 feet some inches. Okay.
So a tiny one.
So Jaws was 25 feet. Right.
Yeah.
So if it had been like a Megalodon would have been a giant monster movie. Except those movies suck so
How
bad.
about the big sewer alligator one?
I thought about that, and I thought,
yeah,
is 36 feet alligator? Is that
I
big
don't
enough
know.
for a giant monster
See,
movie?
you should have set down your parameters first.
Probably.
Because, you know, in all things, when your top 5, anything statistical, you have to.
I don't know.
What are your criteria?
I don't know if it would have cracked the top 5, though. It might have been 6th on the list.
Okay.
But I do love that movie just because I love the giant alligator.
Okay.
But anyway.
Number 1.
Did I do the thing? Let's do the thing. I even have this action figure.
Yes.
Which speaks volumes. It is, in fact,
among others,
Shelley, it is, in fact, 20 million miles to Earth. This
Where'd
is
he go?
the Emir.
The Emir.
And
he said, "Come here, Emir."
Oh, it's over up on the top shelf of the cabinet.
Oh, the cabinet now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The toy cabinet that you got for me to build up the
Display.
studio presence. I love this movie as a kid, and I love it as an adult. Now, what happens is this creature crash lands on Earth from Venus, I believe. Don't quote me on
Or
that.
from Uranus, wherever.
It might have come from Uranus. I'm not sure. And he's tiny, just a little guy.
Then how can he be in this?
But then, as he breathes the oxygen,
it gets bigger and
bigger
bigger
and bigger. And look at it. He killed a poor elephant, a circus elephant, right there.
That's so sad.
It is. It's kind of tragic. And he crawls around the Colosseum in Rome. So it's kind of like
I see.
A vacation movie.
Landmarks, you know. Educational.
Paul Taylor's like, that looks like one of those stop motion movies. Paul, have you not seen this? Yes, it's Harryhausen. It's Ray Harryhausen stop motion. And I love this green dude. I love him.
There's green on the elephant tusk.
Emir.
Maybe he is green
picking
blood.
up some of that light. Maybe. So yeah. Well, this is colorized because it was a black and white movie.
Right.
But
somebody got sloppy.
Yeah, maybe. But I love the Emir. I like the design, although very similar to
release the Kraken.
To the Cyclops in the Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, or pardon me,
Argonaut.
Yeah, Jason and the Argonauts, or was it the Seventh? It was one of those. There's so many monsters, and I almost picked that too. That would have been in my top 5 because there's a lot of giant monsters in those.
See, I would have not thought you would have picked these, but more modern. So
what giant monster? And I have to have seen it. So what giant monster movies are there that I have?
Right.
I almost.
I'm going to still go with.
I'm not
Jaws.
I'm not putting Godzilla on this list because I hate Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Although Godzilla -1 was a pretty good movie, best Godzilla movie I've ever seen. But that's not saying much. Yeah. So there you go. I can't stand a lizard with thunder thighs. I just don't get it. I don't like it.
Good thing I'm not a lizard. All we'll say about that, Forrest Gump.
Oh, that's not true. Yeah, there you go. The Clash of the Titans with the Kraken.
Release
the Kraken. Another movie I kind of liked was a 50s movie where called Tarantula.
No.
Nuclear, like the ants, like them, they, them. Remember they, them we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
The spider movie is just called Tarantula. And it's this giant tarantula.
You know what? The tarantula on Gilligan's Island freaked me out.
Me too.
That one would have sent me like.
And
no way.
Remember that was that movie?
She said no. Enough said.
Crazy eight-legged freaks or something with that goofy guy from Scream.
Oh, I thought that one had
he was married to what's her face from Friends. He's not anymore.
Oh,
Courtney
right,
Cox's husband. What's that guy's name?
Yeah. Courtney Cox's husband.
Yeah.
David, I don't know. But what was the one with John Goodman? John Goodman?
Oh, that was
maybe Jeff Daniels?
Arachnophobia.
Okay.
But those were like little spiders.
I don't care.
The
ants didn't freak me out. The big one did. The sugar ants, I was fine. We had oh, my face go. What were the wood ants that we had out in Hillsborough?
Termites?
I'll think of them. But anyway,
the big army ants, like the big.
They were in our wood pile.
Yes, they were big.
The big spider movie. No, I don't even care how big a spider is. It freaks me out.
Right.
And yeah, because I can remember as a child being like the Gilligan's Island. I loved it, except for
that spider episode, the big spider
in the cave.
Yep.
Yeah. Yuck.
Paul Taylor from Canada, $10. Thank you, Paul.
Paul.
Have you ever seen War of the Gargantuas? Isn't that a Japanese, like, kind of Godzilla type movie? The green gargantua was bad and ate people and then spat out their clothing versus the brown gargantua, who was peaceful. Classic. I have seen that. And there you go.
Didn't make your top 5?
Didn't make the top 5. Although, you know, I did look up someone else's top 10 giant monster movie list so that I make sure I didn't forget something. And he had Rodan on there. He had the original Godzilla, which I would not. Well, that was okay. The original Godzilla was okay, but still Thunder Thighs. So, I do not like the design of Godzilla, and I can't get past that.
Gotcha.
But the Rodan movie was, I don't remember it being that great, but he had it on his top 10. So I thought,
There's something that says, Geek Avenger says we missed a super chat.
They're always telling me I miss super chats. You know why?
Geek
Because
Avenger
I do.
right there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Geek for 10. Thank you, sir.
It was about them.
The movie scared the crap out of me as a 4-year-old. Dad worked out at the Hanford area as a nuclear engineer.
It's under my bed. It's under my bed.
The scientist is played by the guy that played Santa on the Miracle on 30. That is correct.
Ruined Christmas for me as well.
Fred Gwynn. Not Fred Gwynn.
Santa's going to bring me a radioactive huge ant.
Edmund Gwynn.
Oh my God.
He won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor as Santa Claus in The Miracle on 34th Street.
That is so funny. You imagine, like, it's in my closet. It's under my bed. Jaws is going to come up the tub drain and, oh, Lord. Although I guess I was just going to say come up the toilet, but snakes have come up toilets, haven't they?
Yeah, probably
Remember
not
you're
in this
little
country.
And you're like, no, but
maybe Australia.
I don't know. Kids wouldn't know about it. I was like, maybe that's why it's so hard to potty train. But oh my gosh,
when we spent that couple days out in the rainforest in Australia, every time I went I went in the bathroom, I would lift up the toilet seat to make sure there was no giant spider crawling.
And there was a big spider in the bathroom.
There was.
And I think you screamed like a little girl and came out and told me to get it.
That is not what it
would have been me. It would have been me.
Reverse those roles.
But somebody did come up with this is how stupid I am. The ants in the wood, carpenter ants.
Carpenter
ants,
thank you. Yeah,
wood carpenter.
Yeah, carpenter ants. That's right.
Jesus was a carpenter. Hello. Hello, Presties. So, yeah,
they're big, thick, black carpenter ants. But in Australia, that giant spider wasn't really that big. I mean, it was bigger than we were used to around here.
But we were thinking it's going to fly through the air. And then,
But here's the thing. Now, arachnophobia, if you remember the beginning of that movie, they're on...
the best spiders hide inside the bathroom door and wait for you to sit down.
They have this, basically, they're in the jungles. I don't remember, they're in South America, wherever they're at, right? Mm-hmm. And they're on this expedition. And they're gassing this tree, the knockout gas up this tree to see what falls down so they can collect specimens.
Oh yeah, let's do that. And
the camera pans up and there's this gigantic spider, like
stuff's falling out of its pocket.
One of its babies fell down, and that was this big spider that ended up in the States, right? The big tarantula thing.
And now you've pissed off Mama.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I was watching a Crypted video, which we'll get to later. And there's this weird video of this guy trying to look like a spider and crawling on the ground in the shadows. And it was very obvious that's not what it was. But this lady came on and debunked it and said she was a biologist, apparently, or animal biology or whatever those kind of people are. Paul Taylor knows. And she said it's physically impossible for spiders to get any bigger than probably like those bird-eating tarantulas.
Exoskeleton.
Because they have an exoskeleton and they would not support their weight. They would collapse under their own weight if they got any bigger than
how that feels.
Than those.
Oh, sorry.
So there can't be a giant spider like on Gilligan's Island. It's impossible.
Oh, I am so relieved.
just,
but it's still that, that one part of your brain that stays like a 5-year-old, and you're like, yeah, but what if that one wasn't told? Yeah. It couldn't get big. Yep.
Shelley's favorite, Cryptids. Yep.
Oh, I love me some of them.
Okay, so that's my top 5 giant monster movies. Of course, that's always open for debate. But now, Shelley, we're gonna educate you in a little bit of art, if I may.
Okay. Shoulder's killing me. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So here we are. We're going to take a look at some of John Berkey's work. John Berkey.
Who that guy?
Well, if you don't know who John Berkey is, we're going to find out really quickly here.
I don't know.
He's best known for his work on spaceships.
Oh.
But he's done more than just that. Now, if you're looking for the...
oh, cool.
If you'd like to get a book on John Berkey, that's what it looks like right there.
Nice.
Probably find that on Amazon, would be my guess. So John Berkey did a lot of the design work for Star Wars.
Oh.
He also did paintings for NASA.
Wow.
So when they didn't really go to the moon, he imagined what it would look like if they did go to the moon.
Oh. Ow. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Telling you.
But let's take a look at some of his, what I consider the best, maybe the best ship designer. Look at this stuff this guy comes up with. It's incredible. We'll get to some of the Star Wars stuff in a minute. But I'm not a tech guy. So people that do this kind of thing, it's just to me is, it'd be like an architect or somebody designing a home. It's just not something I would be able to really do.
Luffy, not going to happen. Not in this lifetime.
Look up giant Congo snake tries to eat a helicopter, and that monster is real.
I saw the one.
I haven't seen that particular
coming in the house, and the lady was in the hammock with her baby. That was enough for me. Now I'm going to have to look it up, aren't I?
Yeah, well, I'll look it up, but I have seen they're pretty big. They claim there's this 100-foot one swimming around the Congo, but you'd actually have to prove that.
His stuff looks so organic. Citizen Ronin, that's a great.
It is. It's organic and yet technical.
I have to go get dressed.
Okay.
I don't come out like I thought it would. That's cool.
She means she's got to get a pain pill, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
She's not going to go, do a line of Coke or something. All right. Here's some of his. Now he did one of the movie posters for Star Wars, which honestly I've never seen. But they a lot of times they'll hire like great artists to do like the European release posters. It's like, why don't they? Can't we see it in the United States too? So we get the United States version, but then these European ones show up, and you're like, well, why didn't we get that cool movie poster too? So anyway, that's probably what happened with his Star Wars poster. But here's just some of the layouts he did, or design, roughs, if you will, for Star Wars, the Star Wars movie poster. We'll show the poster, right? We get through the roughs here. There's another one. So you would do these like, full color painted roughs, but you can see how rough, Luke Skywalker is, and Obi-Wan and Darth. And you turn these into your art director, or in this case, eventually it would get to Lucas, I would assume, and he would either okay it or no-okay it. But these are really cool. Is that Chewbacca down there? I think it is. Okay, I could not find a big scan of this, which I don't understand why that is the case. But
should know.
Are we?
Cups that hold you.
We should be like she's watching a rocker. I believe.
Oh, there we go. Here we are.
All right. My computer just crashed. The screen just went black and
How can
it restarted.
Apples aren't supposed to do that.
I don't know what happened. Anyway, so
The show is go back up.
wait a second. Hang on a second.
Oh.
Let's get rid of that. Maybe
Yeah, that was it. An email.
Okay, here we go. What?
It wasn't a boomer moment. It just happened.
It was not my fault.
The Amish are up to no good again. What the hell? The show is just getting bearable.
Well, you know,
For you too?
I need to test this out, see if it still works. Yeah, it
Oh
does. How
gosh,
about
that's
that?
funny. And I was just in, taking care of some business, and I had to go to the bathroom too. Anyway, and I hear this, no, and I'm
It
thinking,
was
what
not my
happened?
fault. I was just sitting there talking, and the whole thing just went black and crashed. And so I don't know what
the
happened.
heck?
I don't know.
Time to change the hamster.
Oh my gosh! Apparently, okay. So here's
Oh,
here's the movie poster that John Berkey did, and I've never seen this movie poster before, but I kind of like it.
It's
I think
really
it's cool. So I don't know if this was. I know it was used for a book cover for one of the book covers they used on Star Wars, the novelization by George Lucas, but it says it was a movie poster. So I don't know if it was a European release or what, because I had never seen this until I was doing a little research for this.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm still giggling a little bit here.
Let's see here. Paul Taylor says, "It's not my fault, Han," followed by "No, Luke." Iodine 74 says he's seen that.
I'm
Okay.
kind of like not. What is it about Darth Vader's helmet that I'm not liking?
It's a stylized interpretation of it. It's a
Plus,
little,
you never see
little high on the
it
top,
highlighted like
and-
that. You always see him.
But see, that's what I like. It. It's a
dark.
little bit. It's different looking. It's a little bit different looking. A little bit odd, but not like so odd that I can't wrap my brain around it.
Luke really looks less whiny than he really is.
He looks too heroic for his
Yeah,
own
'cause
good.
he's
in this.
just a
He's
wimp.
very whiny. So I want to while I bring up the next.
Are you like holding your breath, like please don't crash again? If it does,
I don't know
we're
what
done.
happened. No, I'll come back because that's what I do, Shelley.
Wow. Come back, King.
Okay, we just did that one. Let's do this one. Look at that. Here's another Star
That's
Wars
a-
piece.
Oh my gosh.
And this is
Super good.
not digital, folks. This is back when they actually had to paint for
Mhm.
realsies. Let's as we look at this incredible piece, let's read a little bit about good old John Berkey.
Okay.
He was born in 1932, died in 2008, so he's no longer
Oh.
with us. Let's see. Berkey produced a large body of space fantasy artwork, producing utopian scenes of bubble-shaped yacht-like spaceships. His distinctive painterly style has been evaluated as at once realistic yet impressionistic and abstract. I like it. I like it. He was born in North Dakota. How about that, Shelley?
North Dakota.
That's right. And he went to study at the Minneapolis School of Art. How about that? Started freelancing in the 1960s after an 8-year stint at Brown and Bigelow, a St. Paul, Minnesota
Bigelow.
advertising agency. Yeah.
Bigelow?
Bigelow.
You know what they're selling.
Bigelow.
Oh, that's Gigolo. My bad.
Got a little confused there. She's on medication. So
3 so far. No, I just took one, so it hasn't hit me yet. I was just trying to be funny. How'd it go?
Well, it went well. I
Okay, good.
laughed.
Okay,
He
good.
said there he produced up to 70 calendar paintings a year. That's a lot.
After watching you paint this thing
Well, yeah, I
for
know.
weeks.
It took me. I did one
Actually, it was
painting in
months
7 years.
because you were doing a lot of painting as a kind of a warm up, refresh those muscles
Yes.
and things.
Okay, so the 70 calendar paintings a year, which featured historical scenes of the American pioneers. I'd like to see those actually. He did book covers in magazines. Of course, in NASA. Look at this. 1960s, Berkey was commissioned by NASA to produce artworks depicting the Apollo space program and other missions as part of the NASA program.
And the disaster, that's horrible.
Imprudent. Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He continued to paint space exploration subjects, including Skylab and the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. This is interesting. Berkey declined an invitation from Stanley Kubrick to work on 2001: A Space Odyssey. Doesn't say why, but he did. In 74, Berkey was commissioned to render the key art for The Towering Inferno, which became the largest grossing film in 1974. This established Berkey's I got dog on my mind. Berkey's reputation, and he went on to produce poster artwork for a number of other blockbuster films, including King Kong remake, Orca the Killer Whale, Meteor. Well, we're going to see that in a minute.
Oh,
Black Stallion, Superman 3. Who knew that? I found it. We're going to show that in a minute. And Dune, the European release. And then, of course, Star Wars. In 1975, young filmmaker George Lucas purchased several pieces of Berkey's science fiction artwork. The paintings served as visual reference material while Lucas was trying to pitch the ideas of the film to studios. Among the paintings, of course, Star Wars we're talking about. Among the paintings is one of the rocket plane diving down through space towards a gigantic mechanical planet. Anyway, he worked on that. Worked on Star Wars. He did some postage stamps. So he had quite a storied career, quite frankly, and of course, is the main designer of one of the most beloved film franchises of all time, which has unfortunately been bought by Disney and ruined. But we remember the good old days.
Reading a comment of my lame joke. I'm just a bigelow.
Everywhere I go.
And then the best one. Good Lord, Shelley. Oh, that's such. Oh, good Lord.
Captain Bipto says he wants to know, wasn't the Towering Inferno made for TV? It was not. It was a huge theatrical release. It had like all these like Steve McQueen and Charlton Heston. Was Charlton Heston? He was in the Earthquake. Remember they did Towering Inferno, then they did Earthquake?
No.
In Sense-Around. No. So you go in, the theater would shake.
Ooh.
You're thinking of the Irwin Allen TV production, Fire and Flood. It was two back-to-back TV movies, and they promoted it like this: Irwin Allen presents first Fire, then Flood. So first, it was back-to-back NBC movie of the week. Fire was like an hour-and-a-half movie, followed by Flood, which was like another
10 minutes.
What? No, it was another hour-and-a-half disaster movie because they were.
Because that's all we need. I mean,
well, early 70s were when disaster movies were king, right? Yeah, like I said, the Towering Inferno, Earthquake. What was it? I said airplane, but that was the comedy one. But what was the airplane? Airport. The Airport. Then they did Airport 1975 and Airport 1977. So like disaster airplane movies. That's what you want to watch, right? When you're just about to get on a flight,
right?
Especially in the 70s.
With this whole outage of Microsoft stuff, and our daughter has to fly home, that had me a little bit. But
Tentacles was better than Orca. I don't know if I'm going to agree with that or not. I thought Tentacles was it's an Italian film starring Henry Fonda and Shelley Winters as the American.
Shelley Winters?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just don't see it. But
well, yeah. And yeah. And Bo, who's that blonde guy, the big tall guy, Bo something. He was in it, and it wasn't great.
It wasn't great.
But it had a giant octopus in it. So,
didn't make the top 5 either then.
Not that Orca was a great movie either, but, Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Here's what we talked about.
There you
go.
What? King Kong.
The most exciting original motion picture event of all time. No, it wasn't. But we hoped it would be.
Yeah.
So
King Kong.
Now here's something interesting though.
Coming over for Christmas.
Let me throw this out at you. See what you think.
Okay.
You got this guy who's known primarily for doing spaceships and mechanical stuff.
And you have him paint
You have him do King Kong.
A beer belly King Kong.
I love this painting though. I do, because it's so weird though. It's odd looking.
Yeah.
But I kind of dig it anyway. But just the idea.
His legs are way too long.
It's like, why would you choose this guy to do a King Kong movie?
Right.
It wouldn't even be on my radar.
Right.
But I still like it. Don't get me wrong. And
but
Shelley and
how
I.
good
Yeah, the buildings and stuff are
right, and the
fantastic.
background, and then the helicopters.
Yeah, helicopters and stuff are perfect. Okay, so Shelley and I actually have been on the roof of the Empire State Building while it obviously while it was still
not
standing.
Empire State Building.
Empire, what did I
We
say?
have been at the Empire State Building.
Yep, the
Twin Towers.
yes. But what's it called?
Not the roof.
We were on the roof, Shelley.
We were not on the roof. Like
you were
the roof,
higher
roof.
than a kite.
Like his feet, roof.
There it was platforms up here. We were up on the roof, and they had guardrails, and they were about 10 to 15 feet back from the. No, because that's where we got the hamburger. Where you got sick, and we went to Marvel, and you threw up.
So sick. So sick.
World Trade Center. That's
There
where it
we
was.
go.
We were actually on the roof. We were on the. There was the.
Yeah, not lately. I take it. Yeah,
No. This is before.
This is before we even
9/11.
got married.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, mother. On the other hand.
Yeah. So we were on the roof, and it was like being in an airplane. We were so high. We were. I got pictures. I can prove it.
Bring it.
Here's one of the rejected concept pieces for King Kong movie poster. What do you think about this one? I like the one where he's on the Twin Towers.
His mouth and head is weird.
It almost looks like he's wearing blackface, doesn't it? With the white lips and the.
Like when you have white lips, yeah.
Oh my goodness! But it's a rough, folks. I don't think this was meant to be finished product, although it looks pretty finished.
It looks pretty finished. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. But anyway, so.
Angry Cecil.
This is weird too. This is the Superman 3 movie poster.
Is that Richard Pryor?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So the story is, I think it was David Williams was telling me that he was involved in a relationship with Margot Kidder. And she said, hey, we can. So what does it say? If you're going to read in French while I'm talking, at least you can translate for us. Anyway,
go ahead.
As the story goes, Margot Kidder was involved in a relationship with Richard Pryor, and she was able to get him into Superman 3, which I'm not saying was a good idea. I'm just saying that's kind of how it happened. But this is the European release, which I've never seen this poster before until this very moment.
Oh. Richard Pryor just ruins it for, like, I'm sorry. And I know it wasn't like a totally serious movie, but.
Yeah, they made it when he was on it, it was a pure comedy. And then when it came back, they tried to get serious with Superman and someone melded the two. And it was kind of, they weren't really sure what they wanted to do there, I don't think.
Pain pill kicked in, not yet. Oh.
I agree. Superman 3 was totally a Richard Pryor vehicle. It absolutely was.
Je veux sing beaucoup? Or is that beaucoup?
Je veux sing beaucoup.
Beaucoup.
So what is that? That's I, right? Je
veux.
Or me, I. Voulez-vous? Will you? So it's I. Well, no, that's not right. I don't know what that is. You're the one who speaks French. Why can't you translate
there's
that?
A little bit of a conjugation issue.
Okay. There you go, past master. Your
beaucoup is a lot.
Your conjugation is offending my wife.
French. I have a French language question. Okay.
Voulez-vous is do you want? Yes,
what,
right.
Voulez-vous?
Because that was the dirty song those girls sang when we were in grade school.
Would you like?
Yeah.
Yeah. And my French, I haven't spoke French since we were in
Paris the last time.
2016, Christmas time. It's been a while.
I don't think we got anything left to do except what we all wait for.
Give me strength.
Hurry up! There's no aliens with danglers running around the parking lot.
Oh, good, because you do not know the inappropriate that would fly out of my face right now.
I wanted to make sure
we did a while. You're like, okay, so Shelley next week. Oh, so I did see. Okay, I can't believe I'm remembering this. Somebody way early in the chat said, so I'm assuming there's no graybeards this week. No, because he's leaving on Tuesday.
Thank you. for bringing that up. There will be no more Lopresti programming this week after this show because I will be in San Diego all week. So no gray beards.
Unless,
I won't be on Professionals.
You know, I decide to,
start drawing.
Brush my hair the whole time you're gone or something. Yeah.
And there won't be an Aaron Live next Sunday because I won't be back till really late Sunday night.
Which is, I know you guys didn't plan it this way, but his flight lands around close to when our daughter's flight lands. But my brother will be here this week for his reunion. So you never know. We might just
fire one up.
Brian and I together is, how you say, dangerous.
I was going to say.
He's going to use my car, explosive. Speaking of dangerous. So yeah.
Well, it needs someone to drive it. Because
I know we have to go out and start my car once I'll make sure the battery's good and stuff. Because I haven't driven really in almost 2 years. I think I've driven once or twice in 2 years.
I'm Alfred.
He's my chauffeur.
I am. He's chauffeur. Okay, let's continue our trend of not finding Bigfoot, Shelley. Really
keep looking.
That X thing makes me mad.
I'm sorry.
Okay. What was I doing? Oh, I don't know. We want to get to the comment section because people want to speak their mind. They want to speak their mind about cryptids. What I learned to say when we were in Paris was je ne parle pas français because I could not speak French. And so I say, I cannot speak French. And I would just say that to everybody.
Although you only had to, because I did all the speaking except for the last night when you
sent me out to food. And I was like walking around.
Comes back and he's just like, and I go, what's wrong? He goes, I forgot I didn't speak French. Because we would just go out and I would order everything and we didn't even think about it. And then you go, I don't speak French. And I must have gone to the only restaurant where nobody spoke English. And they were like messing with you. But you went to a bakery every morning, so they probably figured out because he just charades it. It's fine. And most of them, if they're of a younger, like our generation, most of them had, because I think English is part of their curriculum. Because we had I was an exchange student in high school, and then we had, we switched.
Transgenderism is part of our curriculum, but they actually teach their kids.
Oh, Lord, don't get us started. I'm so glad I'm not in the teaching. I mean, I miss the private school stuff and I miss those kids. And teaching physics was a blast because I got to throw stuff, but I cannot imagine trying to sit in staff meetings talking about putting kitty litter in the bathrooms for our furry students. And I would have got up and just walked out because I was already known for raising my hand going, how is this best for kids? Because they'd make us do stuff and you just be like, how is this best for students? This is not. And so I had already had a shocking reputation for my mouth.
But she always enjoyed proving in her class that the earth is actually round. So.
Oh, and were you guys on that? What show was that I just
got Kings.
All fired up?
Those Kings.
But the guy
And
don't get me started.
Paul Ravoche was the gentleman on the show that was
revolting,
talking about flat Earth and made Shelley's head explode. But let's look
John Malin. I know.
Let's take a look at this. This is a little video I call 20 minutes for this. Oh, I will.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just setting them up. This is something I call 20 minutes for this because it's a 20-minute video. They say, you won't believe this picture that this guy got of Bigfoot.
Oh, you won't believe it.
And then it's a 20-minute video of them talking about it. And then at the last, he shows, and this is what you get to see. Are you ready, Shelley? Are you ready?
I am so ready.
I don't think you are.
Okay.
For what you're about to see. This is after, there it is. Apparently, Bigfoot and him are buddies.
I was gonna say they just made a mask off of his face.
They're buddies.
There's not a lot of difference.
Yeah, they're buddies, and they
need to genetic test both of them.
So I had to weed through a 20-minute video to find this photograph.
20 minutes for this. Gotcha.
There it is. So apparently, this idea that Bigfoot is not friendly. We need to go back and revisit Harry and the Hendersons because that apparently is the real.
Is he so sweet?
And Rick Baker did the costume. Makeup, great job on that, by the way. But there you go. He
Which
has a
one is
mustache.
Bigfoot? Exactly, Citizen Run. That's what I was like. We had to point to it. Don't be confused.
There he
It's this
is.
one.
Oh my goodness. So
You know, he could have, like I said, he failed to film him. He could have interviewed him. I mean, you get that close.
and you can't. Oh, and also it's a
There's no
photograph.
eyeballs.
Where's the video? Why can't if
Right,
you're buddies with
exactly.
this guy? Why aren't you sitting on a campfire having a chat? Yeah. So there you go.
He's probably actually it's a family photo.
Mhm.
Oh, here's my son, because they look
Yeah,
pretty similar.
it could be. So, it's a little bit of makeup
I'm
on.
so proud.
Oh boy. Okay. So anyway, there you go. So be careful
Yes.
searching out cryptid videos because you
He
may
actually look like my Uncle Roy, the one you called Bear.
Bear. Yeah, Uncle Roy was not that tall though.
No, you look like the guy in the front though.
Okay. This is Scared Bigfoot.
Scared Bigfoot?
Yeah, we will, but all right, well, you'll see.
He's confused. He's probably used his
now
friends.
I gotta preface this by saying, okay, I'm turning off the volume because we don't want to get struck, but the guy that's shooting this video, okay, is talking about his UFO encounter the night before. As he's driving to the street,
That
and then
is
just
the
happens.
best.
So here we go. Let's see.
Oh
what,
my gosh.
Let's see what he saw. So he's like, and it came down and it turned in like this.
Oh my gosh. I'd be like, you're not driving. You're drunk. Go home.
Yeah, well, it's like, why is he videoing this anyway? That's the thing I always
Right.
want to know. Why are these guys just randomly videoing and then Bigfoot shows up?
He could have cleaned his windshield.
I
He was
know.
gonna-
He's got a big crack right
Yeah.
there. Did you see it?
What?
Yeah, exactly. Here it comes. Watch
And
closely
it's
now.
scared?
Right there.
How did you know it was scared? Cool. Because you ran away.
Yeah. Okay.
Run away.
Now they're going to red circle it for you in case you still haven't seen it.
I'm going to barf.
Yeah, I know. It's like they're zooming in a little early here. Okay, here we go. Keep your eyes right.
Oh, I was on the wrong thing.
Over there he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is running. Do you see him?
That's so dumb.
Okay, now there he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is.
Yeah, yeah. I got. Oh, there's the red circle.
Okay.
Not really a circle.
It's more of an oval.
And
You
an
see him,
ellipse.
see him there, right?
He got scared. Oh my gosh, someone might see me. I didn't
Especially the
brush my
guy-
hair today.
That's the UFO guy. I better get
Right.
away from the street.
Oh my gosh.
Who knows what he's going to do? And then he runs off. Okay, so what I like to point out about this video, Shelly, is
Mhm.
it's so completely unclear. That could have been me.
True.
That could be just a guy that
Somebody
lives.
with a backpack on.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
That's kind of a hunchback.
Yep.
So somebody said, did you see a Bigfoot sticker on his windshield? So I don't know if he's saying like the Bigfoot was the sticker or there legitly was it, because that's kind of funny too.
Is that when Steve Austin tore his arm off? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
there you go.
There you have it.
I don't know that there's really that much more to see about that, but
Yep.
talk about completely inconclusive video footage. Let's look at now. This is shy Bigfoot, not to be
Not
Not
be
to be
confused
with
with
scared
scary.
Bigfoot, right.
Scared.
okay. Now, this is a couple of dudes, or maybe a guy and a chick. I don't know. They're camping.
You
And
just don't know anymore these days.
They're videoing the. Oh, let's camp
Oh,
here.
wait, time out. And the next day he went to Loch Ness, and guess what happened? I'm not even going to say the
Excellent.
name. I don't even. Yep.
That's Borovohe Garabik.
Good job.
I think that's right. I have no idea if that's right, but I think it
Great
sounds right.
name.
Okay, so to set the scene, this couple or these two dudes or whatever, they're out camping, allegedly. They found the perfect spot to set up camp. So what would you do? Would you
Our kids are
film that?
camping this weekend.
Would you
Ooh.
would you film that spot? No, what you do is maybe you'd stand in front of the camera and go, hey, check this out. This is a perfect spot. We're going to put our,
Right.
but you wouldn't just pan through the forest with.
I don't know. Not
Okay.
everybody has a,
That's
went
true.
to film school and all.
I'm just saying, unless you had, fakery in mind is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
So let's take a look here and see if Isn't this great? We should camp here.
Here.
Yes. Wait, what's that?
What?
Right there.
Oh.
He's hiding behind the tree because he's scared.
No, that's just scary.
Or he's shy. I mean, this is shy
Shy.
Bigfoot. Yeah. Okay, let's watch again. You see him back there?
Oh, I see. If I close my eyes, they can't see me.
Okay, so then allegedly they saw this Bigfoot, got scared, and ran. That's why there's no more video.
Well, I would have gotten scared too, except he seems, they say they're more afraid of you than you are of them. I don't think so.
Mm-mm. Now, what is
Shy
this?
foot?
The question is this the same one that was standing behind that old guy in that photograph, in the first photograph? Is it the same dude?
It was a big day for them. They just went out in the woods and did all sorts of Bigfootery.
So there you go. I don't really believe this, Shelley.
No,
I just
it's really
don't.
disappointing.
I want to believe, but look at it. He just goes, whoop, throws that arm up, and he's like, "Hey,
ooh, I'm just gonna get behind this tree and suck it in so they can't see me."
Yeah, you see his head sticking out there, and his leg is sticking out behind the tree. So he's very shy.
So maybe he doesn't realize how big he is,
and he can't.
He's Bigfoot, and
Look at that arm swing.
Maybe his father was not very nice to him, so he has
look at that arm
self-esteem
swing.
issues.
Yes, look at that arm swing. Boom,
boom. Because I don't want to draw attention to myself and have a huge arm swing.
And oops, I drew attention to myself. I'm gonna hide behind this little twig. So there you go, folks. Be very careful.
Just keep looking.
Be very, very careful when you're camping in the woods. But wait, there's more, Shelley. We like to call this New York Sasquatch.
Is he getting a bagel?
Because it was taken in some place in New York, allegedly.
Oh.
Not like Manhattan.
Gotcha.
But like, upstate New York. Out by where the Simonsons live, perhaps. Maybe this
where they used to.
That's true.
Sound?
Well, actually, I heard they
sound?
Yeah, I heard they moved even farther out.
Oh, they're going to get all sorts of.
They could get very Sasquatchy at the Simonsons' house.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are just photographs, but so we got this one. Maybe caught him at a bad time.
Got some privacy, man.
I love how they zoom in and out of the photograph to make it feel like you're watching something more than just a still. There is another shot though that's a little bit better.
Actually, squatting down for a poo.
Yeah, it's like he's doing the whole works. There you go.
And he's a little shy, hiding behind a tree, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. We got some sort of gorilla face thing going on here, and a little shaggy on the bottom there.
But okay, so we know. I mean, there's people that are going, "Huh, we did," but the people that really believe it, that's got to be like. If I really truly believed it, why would I wouldn't go out in the woods. I'd be scared.
That's true.
Although they're like, it's real and I'm going to prove it and then I'm going to get all this money.
Well, that guy's hurt.
That scared me. Yeah.
He has his own Crypted channel, so I steal videos from him. But I don't feel bad because he's stealing them from other people. So it's like
they all do.
It's a brotherly theft kind of thing. He steals, I steal from him. Someone steals from me. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like it. No.
Well, it looks like he has one leg too.
And then see how the face is kind of blurry. And why can't we get a clean shot? Just a clean shot.
Right.
Well, there it is.
Arms around each other.
That's what they look like in New York, apparently.
Okay. Hi, baby boy. Hi, baby boy.
But now.
Yes, Papa.
So a couple of guys go into a cave, and here's what happens.
I don't want to see this.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Sorry. Inappropriate Shelley today. You never know who you're going to get.
All right. So they're cave explorers, or in this case, that looks more like a sewer pipe than a cave, but it'll serve its purpose.
God, parents never tell them. It's like, don't go down into a scary basement.
Okay, now watch.
Don't.
Here he comes.
Where?
Right there.
Oh!
And then they run away.
It's a homeless guy.
Okay, but here's the thing. If you were attacked by some sort of weirdo, hairy Bigfoot thing right there, how'd they get away? Do they not have any bites on them, or where are the police after you get attacked by this hairy Bigfoot guy? They allegedly just got away. And then he's filming after he's been attacked. I don't think
so
you're
they're saying
filming
that the homeless guy actually got a hold of him?
Well, look at him right here. You can see right through here.
Yeah.
Here he comes, right?
Right.
He's right on that guy before he could turn around and run. So he obviously had to make contact with him, right? Look at boom, right there.
Maybe that's it.
Boom.
No, yeah.
See?
I see.
And so then, but they turn and run.
This reminds me
and
of
keep
what
filming.
was that movie that they were self-filming and then
Cloverfield?
Yeah.
Now, is that the rocks, or is that supposed to be like the creature's teeth or something?
I know not.
I guess that's rocks, isn't it? So yeah, this is ridiculous. And here's the bigger question, Shelley. Why is the
crawling?
Maybe it's a Gilligan's Island spider. Why is the guy in the back filming instead of the guy in the front filming? So why is this guy?
Yeah,
the
Blair Witch Project. Thank you. That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
reminds you of.
Right.
Well, maybe he wants to be the star. So, like he's telling his buddy, "You film, and I'll." Maybe they had to rock paper scissors. Like, I don't want to go first. No, you go first.
Okay.
Yeah, and he has a flashlight. His hands are full.
Okay.
That's right. Are they in a sewer? It could be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Could be. So anyway, there's something. You guys don't go in the sewer.
Don't.
Out in the middle of the woods, because you might
not find Bigfoot.
You probably won't find Bigfoot, but it could happen.
You just never know.
All right. This we like to call this one. Okay. Well, you have to judge this one for yourself, and I'll show you why I'm laughing in a minute here. Okay. So the guy takes a shot and he says, "You see that?" And the guy goes, "What? I don't see anything." He goes, there behind the tree. And then we see it. And he goes, "That's a bear." He goes, "That is not a bear." So that's the dialogue.
Okay.
But guess what? There it is.
You see it? See it?
There it is.
See what?
There it is.
Oh my gosh.
There it is.
It is so shaky.
Okay, but
I was just about to say, hold it still, like you were doing it. That's so dumb, Shelly.
Aaron, quit shaking the computer. I
quit
can't
shaking
see.
and everything.
Okay. We're going to slow this down so you can see what this thing actually looks like.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to throw up.
Well, close your eyes and I'll tell you when we're there.
Okay.
Okay, look.
Okay.
Look. So he's got this
looks like a seal.
A cone head, and then his butt sticking out and his back leg. What the heck are we even looking at here?
Mr. Crab.
Okay, so look at, then there's like that hole between his that leg, arms or something. Is that what they are? Why are they swinging back like that though?
Maybe he's moonwalking because he's going back.
Oh, I see. So it's like a gorilla with the arms swing back and his forward, maybe.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Not shaky at all.
Marcus Killigrew.
What did Marcus say? It's all. You'll get that pissy Iron Age guy on Twitter will be all after you for saying that. So I'm not sure. Okay. That looks so goofy.
And to bring them all together, that's so funny. Is he moving backwards, wiping his rear because he just had his constitutional?
I don't know
what brings them all together.
I don't even think this is a bear. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here.
It's the head. It's
what is going on there? Yeah, it's just so weird looking.
It's almost like a pelican.
I don't know if this is legit or not, but if it's not legit, that's the worst costume I've ever seen in my life. And if it is legit, I want to know what that bear's doing or what the heck that is.
Damn, I was wiping his booty like the dog on my new carpet. Why you never get new stuff? That it reminds me, like our stuff. Like we need new carpet. We hate our couch in the family room, but we're like, it's fine for now. And our son, when they got married and bought their house, they spent like $8,500 on 2 couches and a chair or something. So they have them all covered with blankets, of course. And I'm like, oh, now they have a baby. I'm just waiting for the time.
The baby barfs on the couch.
And because I used to say, hey, if your kids can't ruin your stuff, who can?
Exactly.
But he's still like obsessive about like getting the couch. Because of course the one in the living room is a beige color, kind of a light beige. That's going to go over well with a soon-to-be crawler. I
cannot figure out.
You're going to obsess on this.
I just can't figure out what we're looking at.
Don't look too hard. It's going to crash the computer.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I want to get Shelley's opinion on this because she hasn't been here for a while. But this is like my new favorite video.
Oh,
you guys have seen this, but I'm going to make you watch it again for Shelley's sake.
So thanks, guys.
Look at the size of this freaking alligator. Now, do you think some people are suggesting that they made the alligator in the background larger? Because look how big that would be compared to this guy in the foreground. Well, this is a golf course in Florida. I know, but look how big it is. I mean, I'm trying to figure out the guy that was in the foreground, which we'll see him again here in a second.
But you can tell it's not like the guy, it's not green screened. It's not that you can tell anyway.
But if you moved him up alongside that thing,
it would be height wise probably to his waist.
No, I think maybe up to his almost to his chest. That is a big freaking alligator.
What do you guys think?
I mean, that's got to be a 15-footer, which would be the max size you get it. Because I guess 15 feet would be pretty freaking big. That's 5 feet taller than a basketball hoop. So, how fire changed humans.
I'm sure Hong Kong cancels Winnie the Pooh.
I just think that's can you imagine that, Shelley? If we saw some gators, but nothing like this.
If you were following it, filming it right there, I'd be like losing my mind.
I know. I'd be so mad. I would probably be doing it too.
I know.
Although I am kind of a coward about that kind of thing, but at the same time, how could you not? You saw this mammoth thing like that. But they can only run in short bursts. So if you stay far enough away from them,
they're fast.
Right, for 10 yards. So if he turned towards me,
they can run short bursts up to 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, but just short bursts. So if
I can't.
I can't even.
Not even in my running college track days.
Yeah, I can't even imagine a short burst at this point at any speed. Captain Bitto says it's fake.
In all caps. Yelling, if it's fake.
There is allegedly a large alligator at this golf course, though. And obviously that guy's filming something, but you know that video you've seen before of that.
Did they say if your ball goes into the rough, let it go?
Yeah. Of that kid who caught that enormous wild pig, and he's kind of the kid's laying on the ground dead, and the kid's standing behind it. Well, they've enlarged that photo so the pig is like 5 or 6 feet bigger than it actually was. So I mean, you could theoretically this could have been enhanced.
And in these days of technology and actually AI too, it's a point where you can't trust anything you see or hear.
It looks authentic though. Yeah. That's the thing. But I'm wondering if they, if you could keep him the same size and then enlarge the background or something like that.
Somebody could.
Yeah, well, I couldn't, but
I think that's true. I mean, I think that there's going to have to be some way to confirm.
Oh, I see what you're saying here. Check the shadows. His shadow is going back. This appears to be directly underneath it. So it looks like you're getting two different. So this, they could have married these two. This guy could have been added to this at smaller size or something to make this look bigger.
What we're looking at too is we don't know because the gator's farther away. Can we not tell?
That's true. That shadow may be going.
Yeah.
That may be going away from him. We don't know that. We don't know it's directly under him because we couldn't tell. That's a good call, Shelley. Scientific Shelley calling the shadow there.
I don't know, but you would think because his is so drastic. I mean, they should, because they aren't that far apart. Like if you were doing this as a math problem with similar triangles, the shadows, because the angle of the sun is so similar, but it really should be out more.
It does, but it kind of looks like it might be right here because there's this foot. Looks like it's on the far end of that shadow, not in the middle of it.
I mean, and the guy's tall, so his shadow is going to be more drastic.
True. So interesting. There you go.
Got my brain going a little bit.
But that is one big freaking alligator. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, I want to thank you guys for joining us. I want to thank you for
so
the super chats, welcoming Shelly back. And we had a good time. Unfortunately, we did not have our Twitter audience today because now I have to pay to get that. All right. But please hit the like and subscribe anyway. And because we can bring you more thrilling content like this every week. Except,
that's a great way to make him do that.
I know that didn't work. But we won't be here next week giving you thrilling content.
Thanks, guys.
I'll be in San Diego.
Yep.
But thank you guys. Appreciate it. Make sure you get over there and check out Ethan's toy campaign and back that. And if you haven't backed Kit Carter,
maybe some likes if you're feeling it.
Yeah, if you're feeling good about yourself.
See, Marcus knows. You can write it off. How many times I said that? Let's get this. No, you can write it off. I still have to pay for it.
I know. That's my next line. I still got to pay for it. But anyway, thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great week.
I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Pray for me while I'm in San Diego, will you? And we'll see you guys. Oh my gosh, 2 weeks. Peace out.